What's up? You guessed it, man. It's your boy Trey Sense. And listen, we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion, a little bit of a sort of a first impression, first wearing, first take on some fragrance, or on one particular fragrance. So before we get into that, I need something from you. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. And if you haven't, I need you to sub to the channel. What y'all think about these frames right here? I call these, man, these my 1988 dope boys. The glasses all the dope boys wore back in the day. Reminds me of the movie Paid in Full, which is one of my favorite movies. Remember the little dude that kept coming around the cleaners? Didn't he have a pair of these, man? Don't I look fly? Ain't I fly, man? Anyway, something light. Anyway, so listen, it pays to have friends in the fragrance world. It just does. Big shout out to my boy, Mr. Lester Eccles, who hit me up and said, and sent me some pictures of this Ralph Club Elixir. He said, hey, do you have this? I said, no. He said, do you want it? I said, yes. He said, you want me to get it? I said, I'll have your money this evening. So from the house of Ralph Lauren, I want to introduce to you Ralph Club Elixir. Beautiful bottle, beautiful bottle. Different from the Parfum. And I'll get this one confused. The original Ralph Club. Now, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, all three of these are dope. All three of these are really good fragrances, I think. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them, whether you get the Parfum or the EDP. How to tell the difference? The EDP, which is this one, is a little bit see-through. The Parfum is matte black. And then the Elixir, there's just no confusion. Very beautiful bottle. So, let's talk about the newest one first. And I paid $69 for this, and I see it at Kohl's and Sephora for $149. So I got a pretty good deal. Got it at about half price. This is legit, man. This is legit for $69. $59, $69, you can't go wrong. And this is the biggest bottle that they make this in. I think it's a 2.7. It may be the only size that they make it in, but this is grown man. Very sexy, very mature, slightly spicy. It reminds me just a tad bit of Dior Sauvage Elixir, and I mean just a slight smidget. I like this way better than I like Sauvage Elixir. This is a very wearable elixir. It almost gives me vibes of wanting to go back to the 80s, just a smidget. It gives me vibes of mossy, like it wants to turn, like it's gonna go to polo, like the original polo green, but then she comes right back and just sits down and chills. A little bit spicy, a little bit leathery, a little bit sweet, a little bit nutty. Very earthy. This is some grown man shit right here. This is a grown man fragrance right here. It's a grown man fragrance for you. It smells way better than a $69 fragrance. If I see another bottle of this for $69, even though I have it, I'm gonna cop it. I'm gonna cop it. I like it, man. It's not, oh, did y'all see the Notre Dame sweatshirt? So right before the game, this video will air. This video will air about 3. I think the game's about 7:30 by the time you see this. So, whew, go Irish. I'm nervous about this one. My boys got their hands full. They got to play. They got to play the best game they didn't play in about 10 years to beat this Ohio State team. But they're capable, and it's a game. Anything could happen. I'll tell you this though, my boys ain't gonna back down. They're gonna drag a Buckeye into the trenches. Now, whether they come out victorious, hey, I'm not gonna say. But we've made it further than anybody thought we would, especially after the loss the second week of the season. But I digress. I like this fragrance. I really, really do. I think it's the perfect find for this time of the year. It's very, very masculine. It's very, very sexy. I think it embodies a lot of the fragrances that Polo has put out lately. I think it goes right along with Polo Blue, the parfum, Polo Red parfum as well. I like it, man. I like it. I like it a lot. From the house of Raf Club, the newest addition to the family. Y'all give it a round of applause and tell it welcome home. It is Raf Club. And again, for 69 bucks, I'm thrilled. Now, and that's the elixir. This is the parfum concentration. This is the parfum. Give it a spray. Close him up. Totally different than the elixir. And I like that. I like that it's different. It is a different fragrance, as the little girl I work with say. Trey, you have a lot of fragrance. Yeah, Kelsey, I have a lot of fragrances. This one, honestly, this smells good, but after smelling that one side by side, there's not a comparison between the two, honestly, because the quality of the elixir is just better. It's just way better. The quality of elixir blows this out of the window. It makes the alcohol in this stand out a little bit more. Now, if I didn't smell one right after the other, I probably wouldn't feel that way. But since I smelled that one and then smelled this one, now, this is good. Don't get me wrong, this is good. And now it's settling down on my skin a little bit. The alcohol is burning off and it's getting to where you can see, okay, now I pick up on why it's a parfum concentration. Not quite as sweet as the EDP and not quite as dark and rich as the elixir. The elixir is just fire. It reminds me just a twinge of Sauvage. There's something in there that has that same warmth and that heat feeling when you smell Sauvage. Sauvage elixir, that is. But can't go wrong with either one of them. I think this one's just a little bit more woody than elixir. But either way, you can't go wrong with either one of them. They all smell good. Now, to the original, to the OG, to the one that started Bruh's Barbecue. And this is the thanks you get. That's lovely. All jokes aside, that's a beautiful fragrance right here. This, man, I hate to say it, but the one I would probably skip would be the EDP. I'm sorry, the parfum. I think I would get the original, which is an EDP, and go to the elixir. I think I would skip. If I had to do it all over again, I would skip the parfum concentration. This one right here is definitely the most wearable and the most mass appealing of them. This one is for the high school guy, the college guy, the young guy. This one is for the guy that's done got that education and now he's making that bread. That's what this one is for. That's what this one is for. Now, again, all three of them are great iterations of each other, and they smell amazing. I don't know. I said I would pass up on that EDP, but I don't know. I'm sorry, on the parfum. The parfum just comes along a little bit later. The EDP grabs you from the beginning, and so does the elixir. The parfum, I'm sorry, slips up on you a little bit. You know, it's kind of like a good liquor. You sipping and sipping and sipping, and next thing you know, you're drunk. But it takes a minute for it to get there. But I think all three of these fragrances are good, and I got the whole collection and probably didn't spend 150 bucks. So I think I did pretty good, but I bought Macari, and TJ Maxx, and I think I did a pretty good thing. The original is fire. The original, don't sleep on it. Just because they came out with a parfum and an elixir, do not sleep on the original. That elixir is fire. But it's something in that elixir that reminds me of Dior Sauvage. Just a twinge. Not, you know, I'm not saying that they're copycats or they're clones, but I'm just saying that they're pretty close. And the parfum, the Ralph Club parfum, just comes in a little bit cleaner. Kind of right in the middle, but not a whole lot of similarities between the parfum and the elixir to me. That elixir is fire, man. It smells very Middle Eastern with that resinous, ashy smell to it. That's fire. And this bad boy right here is cutting up. This is cutting up. If you're younger and you're looking for something mass appealing, go with this. Slightly blue, sweet, good stuff. This one is good. The parfum is good. It just comes across, I'm gonna spray this again. It just comes across to me as a little bit soapy and a little bit clean. Didn't really like the alcohol blast I got from this one. It was funny, it was more of an alcohol blast than the EDP. See if we can't calm it down a little bit. Get my Jeepers Creepers on here. Okay. Polo, Ralph Lauren did a really good job with these because you really have 3 different fragrances here. Again, I stick with this being for the youth and the younger generation. This being for that right there in the middle. Because it smells really, really good. It just doesn't have a whole lot of personality. A body, like with this one right here, again, it screams youth. It screams wear me. It falls right in there with YSL Myself and Burberry Hero. Ooh. I don't know, man. This sucker right here, the original Ralph Club, is still in the show. It's just something about it. That fragrance to me right there smells good. And all due respect, the EDP smells good as well, though. I mean, none of them smell bad, but the original, which is a EDP concentration, and then the parfum concentration and elixir, these two would be my favorite. These two would be my favorite. This is an everyday wear, easy reach for. This is a night out, church, something casual where you want to smell good, but you don't want to just overdo it. And that's a good one for that occasion. I love the ashy, resinous note that the elixir has. And I love the bright, playful note that the EDP has, the original. Now you will be able to draw some similarities between these two. They are closer when they start drying down, but and every time I get ready to give up on the EDP, no, on the parfum, I don't know, buy all 3. Get all 3. Just get all 3. And problem solved. But anyway, ooh, that elixir is smelling so good. All right, guys, it's time to wrap it up. So I'm gonna get off of here and wrap this video up. Again, wish my iris some luck. So by the time y'all see this video, it'll be Thursday and it'll be Monday right before the game. So go Irish, right? Man, thank you all for being the best part of this channel. And for those who are curious, we're going to continue to do some form of weekly fragrance review where some form. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it yet. But yeah, with that being said, listen guys, it's getting late, so I love you all and may God bless you all. Listen, until next time, thank you so much for returning to the scene of the crime. I'm going to let y'all see it and be in the best part of the channel. Peace.